Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pre-game show for the Pies and the Blues. It's time for all things black and white. Here we are. Tonight is the night. We're finally here. The rivalry match. 7:20. First bounce. Keen. It's been a weird build-up. I think we can all admit it's been a bit of a weird feeling going into this game. But we're here, and once the game gets rolling, I think the heat will be right there, right in front of us to feel. I think it's gonna start really tough, and shouldn't expect anything less. And I think we want that. Let's get a bit of that finals conditioning from a team. With all due respect, a team like Carlton in the final series would always go okay. Now, I know that's crazy to say given how they've gone this year, but they're just the contest, the grit, that is something that you can't fake in the final series. So let's get that hardness from a team that will bring everything and more tonight. It'll be interesting, like, from our end is how do we go against the side that is in the position they're in, and how does that side that we're coming up against respond? Because they've failed a few tests in recent times. So now let's see, backs against the ropes for them. We're there to pretty much give them just tip them over the edge of the cliff. That's what we're here for tonight. So hopefully we can get that in some way, more than just the 4 points. Just do it in convincing fashion. That's what we're hoping. So that's where we're at. Carlton cannot win this game, says Tony. Steve-O, that's a name I haven't seen in a minute. How we doing, brother? D's, I want Hayes in the side. We're lacking some speedy small forwards. I'm intrigued to see how speedy Rowan Steele is. We'll be a little bit faster. We have downgraded in size. Like, Charlie West isn't playing. Charlie Dean isn't playing. Who else got? Ed Allen, who's quite a tall lad, not playing. So maybe we will have some more speed just without the Bows, the Bobbies, and Lockies and the Will Hazes of the world. Andoni, yasso, mate. Andoni from Perth. Yasso, mate. Where's Manny? I don't know where Manny's been. Manny is he around? Haven't seen him in a couple of days. It is a bit unusual. I must admit, I did spare a thought for him today. I was just used to Manny just being here, but he hasn't been here the last couple of days. So I hope Manny's okay. It's Tony. Thank you so much for the $3, mate. Hopefully, we get the win. But Tony, long time member of the community at Pies Footy, so I appreciate it. Always watching Champs Life. Nah, all good, bro. All good. Just good to see your name. How are you feeling? Are you looking forward to the game? What are you hoping for? What are some predictions, guys, for those who are here nice and early? Whether it be the result, the players, performances, what are we hoping for? Hayes instead of Markov might add a bit of speed. Hayes is listed as an emergency, though. Are you saying he might be a late in? Where is Manny? He was a bit flat. That he was sick, so maybe unless he's really battling with the man flu, and it's become a little bit more than that. Hayes for Markov late change. I'm not hearing any of this, but maybe you guys are onto something, and I'm not. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm not seeing much of it. It'll be interesting to see how Titch goes tonight. I'm sure that's one of the players we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on tonight. I'm intrigued with Rowan Steele. Like, is this just a one and done, or is this an opportunity for Rowan Steele to really cement a spot in the side? I feel like if there's ever been a position that you could find a way to fit in, it's that wing, potentially half forward role. He's got the Manny flu. That's right. He's got the Manny flu. Well, look, guys, I don't have Manny for you right now, but I'll tell you who I do have. I have Boomer. I have Boomer on the line, so give me 1 second. All right. Boomer. Boomer. Manny, Malaka, we've missed ya. Where are ya? He just popped up in the chat. Boomer, what's going on?
Hey, sorry, I'm a bit behind. I was on the YouTube channel. I think there's about an 8-10 second delay.
Ah, yep.
Hey, Malaka, man, I reckon he's coughing up green shit. His head's spin around.
Yeah.
Perception, you think?
Boomer, give me 1 second. I've just got to make sure the Discord is reading is filtering into the stream. Give me 1 second. Fucking prick. Fucking OBS. This streaming platform's doing my head in. Fuck pricks.
Stream and all that sort of shit. You know what it's like.
Yeah. Give me one.
Okay.
Sorry, mate. 1 sec, Boomer. I've got to make sure. I can see it's not doing its thing. It'll be hiding behind one of these fucking screens. Dogs. Here we go. All right, Boomer. We got you loud and live, mate. Talk to me.
Who you want there? Because we just had Manny and someone else crashing and Mick.
Hey, first in, best dressed, Boomer. First in, best dressed, brother.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, obviously you're not fucking possessed by the demon. Okay, guys, bit of interesting shit. Apparently it's Rowan Steele's 1200th game. 1200th Magpie to ever play. So good on you, Rowan. Congratulations on that. That's for us in AFL and VFL games. Looking good there. What other shit? I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I hate Carlton so much. When I was grade 5 and 10 years old, a fucking teacher came in after the game. He was actually not even our proper teacher. He was just a sub-teacher because ours was crook because we fucking finally drove her into a fucking nervous breakdown. Anyway, he goes and sits there and first thing he says is, "Go Blues." And me, a Tiger and a fucking Bombers fan went, "Ew, Carlton." And the fucker went and made us sit outside for fucking 10 minutes. In the cold, about 15 minutes. In the cold fucking wind. Gets me going, yeah. And that was my first encounter with a Carlton fan. So basically I thought, I hate Carlton. Someone's hot mic in there. Whoever the fuck it is, you find the mute button, will you?
Manny, Mikali, mute yourselves. Tame yourselves. Calm yourselves. The turn will come.
I don't know, it's someone. All right, cool. It's just that when you hot mic, it comes back. Yeah, anyway, so this fucker of a teacher, that was 1970. I hated that. And then what happens there? 1979, well, I actually was so cocky about that one. I rode off and came back and we fucking Wayne Harms punched it from Jellymont Station back in and kicked us. So that was a bit of a shit. But with that year and that era, Carlton always bought flags. We had money, but we had to pay through the nose. And Carlton were just throwing money around left, right and centre. Their flags in 70, 79, 87 and 95. They bought them all. And for that reason, I kind of hate them extra. I don't hate Tigers and fucking Bombers as much as I hate Carlton. And tonight, fuck you, Carlton. I want to see you cop your fucking shit because you fucking deserve it. You're a pack of fucking smartasses. 16 is not enough. Well, 6 wooden spoons, buddy. Get a fucking big black dog up ya. And here's another one, right? And here's another one. A chick that used to work in the hotels, right? Cleaning hotels, Sofitel and that. She used to do Prince's Park back when it was Optus Oval in 95 and Carlton won their fucking flag. What happens is she's doing the corporate box because that's it. And there's fucking Brayshaw, Brian Taylor and all these Carlton members giving her grief and they saw her Collingwood colours and they gave her shit. I tell you what, man, if I ever saw Brayshaw or BT, I'd give them a fucking turkey slap and a fucking dick sandwich with no bread because that's what they fucking deserve. They were such smart-ass cunts to a chick. Anyway.
That's gold, Boomer. See that this is the animosity I need to hear. I need to hear these stories, these personal anecdotes with Carlton, the encounters with Carlton supporters when they were up and about in the 80s or 90s or whatever it may be. Carlton
dude, in the 90s they were real pricks too. And look, here's the good thing about it is even the Bombers, when they were giving them grief, because we went down to a wooden spoon under Shorey in the mid-90s. I reckon a few boys will remember that. But Jack Elliott, the Carlton president, also president of the Liberal Party, was going, fucking Essendon, they're fucking cheating on the salary cap, rah, 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 accusing, calling Essendon out of doing this shit that he was fucking doing. And the Bombers went on to win the flag in 2000, so good on you, Essendon, at least you fucking shoved it. But anyway, I'm picking us. If we don't metaphorically pull their fucking heads off and shit down the neck hole, you're not a Collingwood player, guys. Go in there fucking hard. Give them grief. I hate fucking Carlton. And Andreas, love your work. Good to see you back on the team wherever you are. I hope you turn up tonight. And I reckon I'll sign off there tonight, guys. I am so pumped for this.
I can
I
tell,
hope
mate.
we bend them over the fucking washing machine. Fuck you, Carlton. Cheers, guys. Peace out, peeps, and have a good night.
Gee whiz, Boomer. Fucking bang. Goodness. Who gave that guy a fucking what is it? What's it called? The ones that get your going. What's it called? Guys, help me in the chat when you're struggling down there. What's that pill called? I reckon Boomer's taken double the dose tonight. He was raging. He had to sign out because he's got to go tame the beast. Because if he doesn't, he's going to be, or something. Come on, guys, help me. You know what it is. Don't act like you don't know what it is. Viagra. He's taking Viagra pills. That's the one. Benny Zero, thank you so much for the 5. Yeah, Viagra, that's the one. Benny, appreciate it, mate. Enjoy Auskick, mate. And we'll see you in the post game. All right. Now, the next person, Manny. We were worried about his health, his whereabouts for the last couple of days. MIA. He better have a good excuse. Manny, what have you got for me? What's your excuse?
Hold on, let me pause up. Malaka, fucking lift, I said. Fucking lift. It's fucking rivalry round. Don't worry about Manny. Manny's unbreakable. Do you understand? Hey, what are you so flat for? Tonight's the night. We're gonna bury him. We're the big boys in this league, I told ya. It's demolition time tonight. First bounce. I want 4 or 5 goals on him.
Malaka, where have you been, boys?
Hey, Malaka, you know what happened?
I was about to do a welfare check for you there, Malaka.
I got over the flu. Then now I'm looking for a spitty there, major housing crisis. So I've got a storage unit now, and I've been moving stuff into the storage unit so I can find a house now. I'm gonna have to move out of this one that I'm in now. So I've been busy.
Oh, well, I hope everything's all right.
But I'm gonna have to go to Greece. I reckon soon. My grandfather's not well, so I'm gonna have to go to Greece soon. I might not be around for the fucking finals and shit. We'll see.
Really?
Or next couple of weeks, I'll see. Yeah, my grandfather's up there, 90 years old. He's sick.
Papa's not well?
Yeah, he's 90 years old today. He's blind as well from the war. Vietnam War, mate. Vietnam War veteran. Full-blown veteran there. Not like these young pussies.
Yeah, they're the real soldiers, man.
So I'll see if I go missing, you know where I am. I'm in Greece. But
Malaka, you know there's Discord in Greece as well. You can come, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to disturb my grandfather too much today. He's 90 years old. We'll see. Hey, listen.
Ella.
What's the story tonight? What's the story? Left, I said. You're too flat. Don't worry about Boomer. Don't worry about anyone. It's demolition time. What are we going to do to him? You tell me now.
Just jump them, man. Just jump them. End the game early so we can go to bed. That's it.
Well, bareback.
Do them dirty.
Bareback.
We'll do less bareback.
Bareback, eh?
What's that?
When you stick your boots in bareback,
We're gonna get the job done. That's it.
No loop. What about the Vaseline? We're gonna pull out the Vaseline or what?
All of it.
How's everyone in the chat?
Boomer's got the Viagra. You've got the fucking, I don't know what you got.
Cialis. I've got Cialis, buddy.
Oh my god.
Those yellow ones, Cialis. Hey, listen. We'll have to have a close look tonight to see if Mitchell and Long play well tonight. We'll see if the speed's there.
Big watch for sure.
What about Stilo? Do you reckon they'll play him? They'll play him, huh?
It's a big opportunity. Yeah, he'll start. I think he'll start. Big opportunity for him. I reckon if he plays well, just like any other player that comes in, if they play out of their skin, they'll find a way to keep their spot.
Fuck it, we better not lose tonight. I'm going to be shattered today. I'm telling you, this has to be put in the bed. We have to put this game to bed tonight. Just go out there and hammer them. They're shaky, mate. We got them. We can smell blood. They're shaky as fuck. There, we can give it to them.
All right. How about this? And I'll ask the chat as well, Manny. Outside of the 4 points, outside of injuries, what are 3 things you want to see from tonight's game?
Listen, if we give full, like we spoke about it before, there, if they give full effort, and we can't get over the line, we can't blame them. But we have to. We're going to take opportunities, but if they give full effort, we can't blame them. What are we going to blame them for? Carlton just better on us on the night. They're just better than us on the night. But seriously, we should be giving it to them by fucking 3-4 goals.
Did you answer my question?
Yes. If the boys give effort, I'm not going to blame them. Effort, full blame effort. We know you can see effort, bro. You can see it.
So you want effort? That's one thing. You need 2 more things.
Effort. No, number one is no injuries.
No. I said you can't say injuries. You can't say 4 points.
Yeah. Well, what else is there to say there? Full blown effort. That's it.
Use your kefala to Malaka think.
There, if the boys give effort, you can't blame them. So there's nothing else to say. They just have to give effort. If they lose, bro. You know what I mean?
You're a simple man, huh?
Well, that's common sense, bro. What are you going to say if they give effort and we just lose? What excuses are we going to come up with?
Let me try this. So I want to see Rowan Steele. Yeah.
Put a poll in. If the boys give full effort and we can't get over the line, can you blame them or write it short?
I feel like there's too much context that needs to be added to that. We need the full picture of the game. Effort is a lot of things, and effort looks different in every single game. So I think that's something we can be the judge of after the fact.
No, effort's effort, bro. Tackling,
yep.
Chasing.
Mm-hmm.
That's effort.
Mm-hmm.
And then skills based, kicking goals, hitting targets, and not doing stupid stuff like taking miracle kicks, stuff like that. So effort, running and chasing, and then the skills based stuff, kicking goals and hitting targets, and we should be all right. There, let's be honest there. We're a superior outfit than them there. Look how they've been playing the last couple of weeks, or all season actually. If we can't beat them, we've got problems.
I hope we don't have to come back to a post-game show where the Pies lose to Carlton and Manny has to jump on.
Oh no, I'll fucking lose it. Hey, listen, it's going to go either 2 ways. It's going to go 2 ways tonight. Either they're totally broken, right? They're totally broken, and we're going to run right on them, or they're going to come out and smack and give us their best for about 2.5 quarters. I reckon they're going to give us our best. We're going to withstand the pressure, and we might run over them at the end. We'll see.
All right, Malaka.
How you feeling? Are you nervous?
I don't know how I feel. I feel a bit numb to this game, but when the game starts, the emotions will come.
This is history books, mate. Another burial to the Carlton Football Club from Collingwood. Absolute demolition. Hey, they better go out there, and I want a crucifixion tonight. I want to see crucifixion. I want to see the Holy Spirit. I want to see everything. Tonight's the night. It's demolition time. I'll speak to you after the game in Malacca. Yes. Let's go, baby. Let's go there, Malacca. Live.
I can't match that.
Fucking live
today. That's what you're here for, the pussy.
Yasu, Malacca.
Yasu de Oriental. Adia.
Yasu Oriental, yeah.
Oh, my God. Mick. Michali.
What's up, buddy?
Ella, what's going on?
Fucking pumped, man.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait for the bounce, mate.
Your butso's up as well, huh?
Fucking oath, mate. But I need Cialis.
Oh my God. So why do I not feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like that just yet. Why don't I feel the way you're feeling right now?
It's your generation, mate. You 20-somethings, mate. He's not built like us, mate.
Yeah. You guys are you're
But,
simpletons. We're a bit complicated, huh?
yeah, exactly, mate. You remind me of my nephews, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I cannot express my hatred for this fucking opposition today, man. I don't even want to say their name.
The name.
Man, growing up in the 80s, I was in primary school in the 80s, and they were up and about winning premierships. And I went to primary school with Lance Whitmore, yeah, and his brother Shane, and their dad played for Carlton as well. It was mate, and all I had to do was I had to endure them fucking bragging all the time. And I remember that when they won it in '87, I just couldn't hear the end of it, man. And I've still got nightmares of they had a player, Wayne the Dominator Johnston. He used to always fucking kill us, man. And we didn't get like the wood on them until like we won the flag in 1990, and we started more often than not beating them. They won the flag in '95, but then since then it's been mainly us beating them. So it's been good. But the unfortunate thing is I haven't seen the Whittle brothers since my primary school days, so I haven't been able to give shit to them back.
It's
But,
the stories, huh,
yeah,
from childhood that always just
Oh, mate.
ring true, huh?
And growing up in Thomastown, mate, it was predominantly Collingwood supporters, and second would be Carlton. There was a few Richmond, and that was it, man. And my whole the whole street. The reason I barracked for Collingwood, the whole street that I grew up in, were all Collingwood. Had no choice, man.
Yeah.
And and I don't regret that choice either. Unless we lose the flag this year. No, never, mate. But look, we got to fucking smash them today, and we have to, mate.
What do you want to see?
I really hope. Look, I want to see something similar to what we did to Port, man. I want to see a smashing. I'm sick of watching fucking Bulldogs and Hawthorn and all that fucking smashing teams. We got to because Bulldogs look fucking scary, man. And I just want us to put the foot down and really send a message to the rest of the AFL. It's like, we're here to play, man. We're not fucking around anymore. But having said that, you know what's going to happen.
Hopefully not.
I told you last week, we're going to scrounge out a 2-goal win.
Hopefully, look, if there's ever a scalp we'd love to take, like a big win against, it would be Carlton tonight, wouldn't it?
And I've got a couple of Carlton supporters coming tonight.
Spitty, your place?
Yeah, my place, mate. Got the big screen happening. I've got the outside screen happening, so there's plenty of TVs around.
Beautiful.
We'll get some pizzas. We'll knock down beers and scotches, and man.
Couple of cicados or what?
What was that?
Couple of cicados as well with the whiskies.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I said I was going to quit when I went to Thailand, but mate, forget about it.
Nah, not right now. Not while the pies are up, mate. Come on. The ciggies, they're always better when you're winning. So.
Yeah. Man. Just pumped. I'm really pumped. Just can't wait for that first bounce. They'll come out like it's fucking. They would have been given a rocket this week. They've had an extra 2 days on us, yeah. That could help them out, which I hope doesn't work out for them. But yeah, they have had an extra 2 days, because when they got pumped by Port last week, they were coming off a 5-day break.
They were. I think they've definitely done a circuit reset, which is why we've just got to be ready, on our toes from the start. Just be ready. Just be ready for whatever it is.
Yeah. And it's surprising they've dropped Chincotta, so it will be interesting what they do with the Dacos thing. But as we've seen, man, with Dacos, man, tag him or don't tag him, mate. If you don't tag him, mate, Pendles is going to get a lot more posies, and the other midfielders will do well, But even if they try and tag him and they nullify him somewhat, he's even when he's nullified, he's still effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
He still fucking damages you. You know, like I cannot believe against Melbourne. Like some of the media was saying, "Oh, Langdon killed him." What are you fucking talking about? Langdon killed him, man. Langdon got fucking 4 possessions, mate.
Yeah.
All right, Nick got 20 possessions, but fucking yet our most inside 50s. He kicked a goal. He was still, and like the other midfielders dominated. The way they're going on about it, just, mate, some of these clickbait media. That's why I don't really consume much mainstream AFL media, man. I stick to, guys like you and Andreas,
Yeah.
keeps it grounded, keeps it like, street style, fans from the terraces talking,
No
rather than
Malakias.
push. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, pal, I can see you got to.
Oh yeah,
choose
greatness.
on.
Yeah, greatness is ready to.
Ultimate greatness. I love that name, man.
Yeah, that's what we're
That's the best.
Searching for this year, aren't we?
Exactly, man. I'll let him talk. So
All right.
you have a good one tonight, Anthony, and I'll talk to you tonight.
Yes,
Win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
See you, pal. No worries.
They don't have anyone who can go with Nick Dacos regardless as Murphs. Yeah, well, they could have had Cottrell. They could have had Chincotta. I mean, when I say they could have had Cottrell, Cottrell's injured. So maybe Blake Acres is a winger. Probably has a bit of a tank on him. I don't know. It doesn't really matter either way, does it, at the end of the day? Tag or no tag. Houston and Crisp are due for big games. Greatness.
Hey, what's going on?
Mate, how are we?
Yeah, doing okay. Yeah, just waiting for the game to start.
You sound like you got a bit of a pep in your step. You ready to go?
Oh, I'm just I'm just ready for this week because it kind of feels like a bit of I guess a band-aid that you just got to rip off. And yeah, I'm just ready for what's about to come. And probably my main thoughts is probably just making sure that Mitchell has a good game because I feel like we're definitely going to be needing him tonight. Just because I think I even said the other night when I was on here, when it comes to the inside midfielders that Carlton have, I just think like having Long to take that on on his own basically. I think having Mitchell there as like a partner in crime in a sense, I think that's going to do him wonders.
Yep. Yeah, well, Crispy and Pendles, I reckon they're going to have to put their hand up in the contest as well. They were both enormous last week within the contest, so that's what we're hoping for. But you're right, with Tom Mitchell in assisting Ned Long. Yeah, I'm just intrigued. Just like I said, we spoke about it. You and I, we spoke about it. Was it yesterday or the day before? We talked about how are we going to utilize Tom Mitchell with his time on ground, position. Is he exclusive on the ball? What are we going to see?
I feel like you will just find him in the middle, and I think it's this. I mean, it might be what the fans don't want, but I feel like Mitchell is actually going to need to be in the center, and he's going to be winning the ground ball. But personally, I reckon that Long is the one who's probably better suited to like around the ball, because he can always use his like physical frame to get the not like the bump on, but use his like physical assertiveness around the ball. He can find ways to do that, even if he plays like a hybrid midfield / wing role where he may start on the wing, but then he runs straight into the contest and he uses his physical frame to get around. I feel like they will have the plan for it, but I reckon they'll probably start Mitchell in the middle and they'll probably have like Long sort of like outside of the contest moving in.
For sure.
Because obviously we know Long, and I feel like people don't really take or give Long too much credit for this, but he does cover the ground pretty well. So I think with your centers are basically your inside mids, and they're the ones that are normally like your slower ones that sort of are still obviously fit to play midfield, but they're probably the least fit out of like the three positions just because of how physical the role is, being that inside mid that gets the ball.
Yep. Great runner. I think he's one of the best runs a sub 6 minute 2K Ned Long. And what
Yep.
about Rowan Steele greatness? I mean, you've probably watched him a bit in the VFL. What are your thoughts? What should we expect from him?
Yeah, I mean, I've haven't stopped talking about this guy since he got the debut nod because everyone's been asking. Yeah, I mean, personally, at the end of the day, I just reckon he's a combination between Hoskin Elliott and Harvey Harrison. Doesn't have the explosive pace that Harrison has because we know he's got explosive pace, but he just seems to have a knack of just being in the right position at the right time. And just overall game sense, and just when you need a guy to sort of step up, he just is that type. So as we know with like Hoskin will get say 15 disposals, but when you look at him in the fourth quarter, like if you just watch his fourth quarter, or anytime when the moment's big, like he's always there.
Yeah.
But then you look on the stat sheet and you go, oh, well, he's had 15 disposals, he's kicked a goal. But you watch the game and it's like, holy shit, this guy's had a goal and 30 touches and stuff in terms of his impact. So like Steele's in the same sort of realm as that. Obviously, we'll find out tonight if you can translate that to AFL level. But yeah, as I said, sort of if you look in the direction of a Harvey Harrison or a Hoskin Elliott, that's sort of the type of player you're looking at is a guy that's highly effective when he gets the ball and when he is in play, and then it's just a matter of it's just a matter of him being in the right spots, which he's definitely done the VFL level. So
Yeah.
I don't think he'll surprise like massively, but I think we'll get a good kick out of how good he'll be tonight. He'll be like a pleasant surprise.
Hope so.
Probably the best way to put it.
Hope so. Hope wishing him all the best, and hopefully he leaves a mark in tonight's game. Also, we have DC who will go up against TDK and Pitnet. We could all say that DC probably had TDK's number in the first fixture this season against them. How do you see that panning out? We're probably going to see TDK a lot in the forward, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I think so. Obviously, with TDK, he's probably better off being in the forward, especially when Pitnet's in the side. So we could see that. Obviously, they'll rotate. I mean, we obviously have a stay in our forward line that we can use as a backup ruck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd imagine Fly would have a plan because he wouldn't want to go into a game without looking after Cameron because he's super important to our structure and lineup. I mean, I would imagine like a mixed day is probably going to be the backup ruck to help out. But if it's just Cameron and Pitnet, I'd probably be taking that match up every time. And then it's just a matter of how many times you do have a DeConning go into the ruck as well. So if DeConning can play forward then ruck, ruck as the secondary position, then I think would count that as a massive win because when Tom DeConning plays ruck, I feel like Carlton are a better side that way.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking forward to here, greatness? I would love to see Mitch McGovern and Jeremy Howe just go punch for punch tonight. Like that is I think that's a matchup that no one's probably spoken about, but I think now that we see this is probably likely. So if we look at their forward line, Charlie Curnow, well, you probably assume that Darcy Moore will take that assignment. You got Isaac Quaynor, who will probably play on Jesse Motlop. And then Josh Dacos will get like a Ashton Moyer probably, or a Fogarty. Perryman can play on a Zach
Ashton
Williams.
Moyes, he actually has a bit of height on him, so he might actually.
Does he?
Yeah, so he might even get like a Maynard.
No, he could get a Maynard or a Perryman. Okay, he's 188. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look for me. I'm looking forward to the Jeremy Howe and Mitch McGovern matchup the most. Is there one in mind if we haven't spoken about one already that you'd be looking forward to?
I mean, nothing specifically. I mean, yeah, I don't normally look in terms of specific players when it comes to these things. Because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about banking wins and preparing for finals. So, um, I mean, I guess this week my main focus has been on Mitchell, but not in terms of a matchup, just because I just want him to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really reckon he's going to be. I think one of the just recently told someone that if I was going to do a prediction, I'd probably have. I generally think he's just going to play, and he's not going to. I don't think he's going to skip a beat. So yeah, 25,
Say that again.
25 disposals, a goal, and 8 clearances would probably. I reckon he can definitely achieve that this week, and if he can, I'd be pretty happy.
Brilliant. I'm just putting in a poll, greatness, for subs because we have Houston on the bench. I'm just thinking, is there a chance he is being managed and plays as the sub? I'm not too sure what that looks like. Does he get thrusted in on a wing if he is to be the sub? Like, this is me just taking a punt in the dark, but I haven't taken notice of Dan Houston, whether he's on the interchange or not when the teams are listed. Do you recall Houston being listed on the interchange at all?
No, not really. It's mainly been Quainer that's been on the bench. I don't see. I think that's just a. I think you've just got 7 defenders for 6 spots, so
Yeah.
I think he's just someone's going to be on that bench line. So I wouldn't probably read into that too much, to be honest. Yeah, for me, I think sub will either be Parker or Markov.
Yep, fair call.
I think Sullivan could be it too, but I think he was sub last week, and they tend to not do the same sub for next week.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say Parker out of if I had to put a bet on it.
Yeah.
Parker seems like the right choice.
Most people are going for Markov. Some are saying I've got Parker and Sullivan in the same bracket just because the poll only gives me 4 options, so I've had to fit them in there. Are there any other sort of narratives going into this game that we haven't really touched on a lot? What about the height we're giving up? Like, Charlie Dean is 190 plus, Ed Allen 190 plus, Charlie West 190 plus, side bottom obviously a little bit smaller. We got players like Will Parker, Tom Mitchell, Rowan Steele. Like, Rowan Steele is quite short, 183. Will Parker is 180. Tom Mitchell is 181. And then Brazzy's probably 190, yeah? 189. So we are going in with a faster
look. I feel like that only comes into play when it comes to key position, though.
Yeah.
Anything over 180, if you're a midfielder, small forward, you're normally pretty good to go. And this is only really when it comes to being drafted and stuff. If you're under 180, they expect you to have something that's, at the very least, above average in a skill. So if you look at like a Hill, for example, like he's got like massive pace. So his pace is what gets him over the line that makes him like a draftable option. Obviously, he's drafted ages ago, but yeah, that's normally what sort of footy clubs look for, is that if you're under 180, that's when they start to go, okay, well, you need to have a specific skill that's AFL level, otherwise they just won't get looked at.
Right.
So I'd imagine that would transfer to the AFL when they are there. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious with all of our guys that are under 180 that they've got a pretty good skill at their disposal. So, but yeah, no, I mean 183 for a wingman, that's about average. Yeah, that's about normal. Mitchell, we know how amazing he is. 181 is not really small. And I mean, it definitely helps to have guys like Long, who's 194 centimeters.
Yep.
But at the same time.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I
Greatness.
think, and
Ned
then
Long.
also as well too. What's that? Sorry.
I was gonna say Ned Long and Patrick Cripps. That's a matchup I want to see tonight in the middle. I'll froth that.
You know what? I'd even back in Long as well too, just because I think Long covers the ground a lot better than what Cripps would do.
Yep.
Because that's been one of the things, and it's not like it's nothing to put down Cripps on, but like one of his weaknesses has been he's like speed. He's just not like a very quick player, but obviously we know like his game is like the inside. So yeah, when you get him to play, as an inside mid, like we know how amazing like Cripps can be. So, but I think with Long seems like he's got all those skills, plus he's got the pace. So, yeah, that actually, you know what, in terms of matchups, that actually would be an interesting one. I would like to just see in terms of just where Long is at, because I think we've got to take into account that this is Long's first year doing this role full time, and he also started like I think round 3 or 4 from memory. So, I think we gotta take into consideration how early in the process this is for Long as well. And yeah, and just because it's his first year, we got to obviously keep in mind that each week he's kind of not on his like learners in terms of like driving or whatever, but like we got to, and I think that's why Mitchell's also massive too, to teach him along the way as well. We've seen how much Harry DeMatteis's improved in the VFL. For those that have watched the VFL, but yeah, can only imagine the impact he would have on Long would be just as much as Harry DeMatteis as well.
Yeah, that's it. All right, Greatness. I appreciate you jumping on. We'll see you in the post game.
Yeah, all good.
Take care,
See you then.
Mind of Own. 3 point, yeah, nearly 4K subs. So if anyone here who's not subscribed, feel free to get us. I think we're at 4. Let me see where we're at. We are very close to 4,000 subs. We are at 3,994. So if some of you are here who aren't subscribed and actually here because you like the channel and you're not a prick, feel free to subscribe. That would be appreciated. Did we see this? I mean, there's always something, isn't there? 200 games as teammates, Bruzzy and Pendles tonight, which is huge. Ace says Bobby late out. Bobby's been out. Yeah, he isn't a late out. Yes, I like Andrew Tate. If some of you are wondering. Cry me a river if you don't like him. This is retro Guernsey, huh? A retro twist on an iconic home jersey. Why does De Goey not look like a natural in front of the camera? He looks funny. I'm sub twice. And cheers, RJ. Come on, chat. Sub up. Cheers, Cooper. Fly Emirates. This just looks... It doesn't look candid at all, does it? Retro jumper without a collar, no thanks. Spices and collars, that's retro. We're going to wear it in a match. You're working at a Greek patisserie, Benny. Very nice, mate. How are you anyways? How's it going? How long have you been there for? Will Hayes has been trialled as a half forward. Apparently we could see that. Will Hayes he's been a high half forward flanker. He's not a centre half forward. You've been asking for Leggy's playlist and her leaning heavily on 90s. Okay, 90s and early 2000 trance classics. That's what I want to hear. Yep, love that. Love this one. Robert Miles' Children. Chase the Sun, also another banger. Till I Come is good. Insomnia, good. Now You're Gone, one of the greatest. Porcelain, I think I know that one. Got Gorillas. Tiesto Adagio for strings is unbelievable. And you have a Mauritian lecturer in patisserie school. Huge. For those who are wondering why Benny's mentioning a Mauritian lecturer is at his schools, because I'm half Mauritian. I I do understand and speak the tongue of Greek better than I do Creole, but I am half Mauritian, believe it or not. Yeah, this is probably my favorite song on Leggy's list. Adagio for strings. Yalla man. Scooter, the logical song. I feel like if I hear that, I'll know. Kazi Yalla man. What else? Collingwood's posting tweets for fun tonight. Is this the best goal ever? Juke. Oh, this is the 7 bounce goal. Oh, it was against Carlton, eh? There you go. How's that for a throwback? His son, I'm sure you guys have seen me post his son had not a similar goal, but Will Parker as a half forward. Yep. Gotcha. There's the ladies. Anything else of interest? What is this? A rivalry stretching almost as far back as the dinosaurs. Is that Mick Stay? Why does he look like Freddy Krueger? Tom Mitchell stiff arming the Bear Air, and then Bruzzy. Now that's something I can get around. That's something I can get around. The Bruz. Matt, how you going, mate? Tommy's a gun. Titch is back to 2018. Yeah, we already know this. What are some of the comments? We should do this more. I'm actually intrigued to see what people say. Welcome back. Anything that's of good value. Titch and Ned to combine for 50 tackles. Oh, is it Steele? Is that Rowan Steele? Not Mick Stay? Fair enough. Somebody read this as Mitchell retires. Was this 2022? Yeah, that is Rowan Steele, but you can mistake me for thinking that's Mick Stay, can't you? Our lower tier players will be possibly playing for a spot in our side on to get a few soldiers back for sure. Sam Walsh, Nick Dacos.
Nick Dacos, right foot snap, he's kicked the goal.
His TikTok editor wild. Sorry. All right, I'll stop that. Look at that. Master and Apprentice. That's just the boys, the lads. SCG. Spoken about that enough this week, haven't they? Fucking hell. What was today? What was this week's topics on repeat? If you listen to any of the mainstream shows, Tom Lynch, don't have enough hands to count how many times that shit was brought up. The SCG turf, Carlton, and Voss. What else was a? You pardon me for thinking it's mixed day. Thank you. What else was a frequent discussion? North Melbourne, underperforming, and the Western Bulldogs. Stewie, how are you, mate? So, 5 of those topics just on repeat. Rinse and repeat. Boring. Anyways. Match preview. I've pretty much talked about this in the match preview. But this is the glaring differential. The difference between a good side, and a side that does well in other realms of the category or the statistical categories, but this one's crucial. Look at that. Manny, mate, all good. You're in Bali, about to watch the game. Are you at a pub? Are you at a pub that with a bunch of Pies fans, or is it surely it's not being overwhelmed by Carlton fans? Has Gorringe got I don't know if he's got a bet, Coop. haven't actually. I believe it or not, I do not have Instagram or TikTok or anything like that on my phone. When I'm doing stuff for the socials, it's on the computer. Guys, that shit is just a vacuum. I don't even have like my YouTube Studio app on my phone anymore. It's just a vacuum that just sucks the life out of you and your brain focus. Have you heard of? I've heard of cock. I don't forget what the other word is for the Greek dessert. It has another word. I think I know what you're talking about. Let me just pop it up. Cock, Greek dessert. Kokakia. Kokakia. There it is. Share the screen. That's the dessert you're talking about. Have that at. I used to have that at Vanilla way back when. This is where DeGoey and Braden Maynard always go. Or I don't know if they go anymore, but yeah, Vanilla and Oakley. Let's smack them back to the Stone Age. Yasu taso ganavas. Did I say that right? Taso ganavas. Kokaki is a mini cock. I think that's all we've got, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you for the post-game show. Hopefully the Pies win. Go Pies.